Gosh, I got a cough. Alright, let's see if we are once again live. Okay. And that we are. Hello everybody and welcome back to the jury. We just finished our last case where we proved that the Steel Samurai was not the murderer, but the victim. Mr. Hammers himself. My voice almost threw out 3 times. And it still has not fully recovered. But I love you people. So we're getting back into it. Water. Life-giving nectar of the gods. Alright. With that, let's just go right into it. Maybe take some lozenges. I don't have lozenges, Kristen. I have this water and an $80 bill. Well, not an actual... I have 4 20s, which makes $80. And don't make a 420 joke. It's not necessary. It is not necessary. October 19th, 3:27 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Office. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad, I'm sorry I missed it. Huh? Maya! So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed up the whole process. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Can we talk to Mia? Mia can't. Maya has nothing good to say. This is probably going to be a long episode, so let's just skip the Maya dialogue for now. Studio main gate. Go ahead and keep the lid off of this. Especially because I gotta do the evil Stan Lee voice again. Okay. October 19th, Global Studios main gate. Nothing to say, Miss Oldbag? The old bag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful. I like it. I will be fine. Nick? I think her guard's down. Yeah. I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Whew, she's alive. Producer Vasquez. I was wondering about D. Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs? They love her. So, she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Hey, Angel. Look, the studio people don't want me to talk about her, sorry. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? Saul? He's a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Well, that creepy-ass face sure does. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? Actually, Maya, that's a common fetish. No, it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer. Arrgh! I heard about what you said today, cheeky motherfucker! Poor old Hammer, you drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it with your dirty ass foot, calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this! Huh? She seems really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper! My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing! Why would he steal Power's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low! It's impossible! I refuse to believe it, Phoenix Wright. Let's go to Studio One. October 19th, Studio One entrance. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to the Studio One. Two. He went to Studio 2, Nick. Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Let's just start heading to Studio 2. Oh, here we go. Studio entrance. Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello. Hello. Hello! Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Talk. Mr. Hammer. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder, and... Shush. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Because his voice will remain. Smokers, this is what you become. An evil Stan Lee. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it? Nick, she did it! She's the killer! My Fey blood speaks to me! I know it! I know it! Oh dear. Director Manella. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manella. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves. Oh dear. Okay. Do we have any evidence to show? Let's go talk to Mr. Manella. Let's go find him. Maybe he's in the trailer. October 19th, Studio 2 trailer. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. Oh, we haven't really had a chance to examine this room. It looks like they were designing the set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They've got some figures for how much the set costs. I can't believe they spend that much on those sets. I unplugged my mic briefly to cough my head off. The glass is frosted. I can't see outside. This far into October, the dimming daylight makes it feel like winter's coming. This is where they had that meeting. There are documents and papers, cups scattered around. This is a trash can. Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. Those documents could be a clue. An old movie poster. Dynamite Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. I guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. Samurai Summer, starring Jack Hammer. This poster's quite old. Wow, it's been years since I saw that show. It was one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great. It was about that man and his horse and their romance. A typical summer romance with a horse. Don't we all have those? An old movie poster, The Singing Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. What the hell do samurais sing about? Chopping off heads? Oh my god. That movie was the best. It's about a samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune. Mr. Hammer was a very accomplished singer, you know. Singing samurai stars? What's next? Ninja ballet? I would actually watch such a performance. Alright, let's get out of here. Back outside. Let's go find Mr. Manila. Studio 1. Nope. October 19th, Global Studios Employee Area. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done tomorrow. You can come see them film here later. I guess. This is where we found the bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Yarg! No touching! Eek! Ah, great. Gumshoe is here! Oh, sorry, pal! Didn't mean to frighten you! Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack! Alright, Kneale. You can do this. You can do this! I guess I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatic hue indeed. He's killing me! Hell! Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Trace thereof. I can do it, Kristen. I can do it. But God! The plate. So, you're looking for traces of sleeping pills? How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. A testing solution. This reacts to those sleeping pills, see? If there's traces of it, it'll change color. I guess it does sound a little like Benny. Wow, neat! Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything is in due time, pal. My endearing character trait. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color. The food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Steak plate added to the court record. Steak plate found in the employee area. On it are traces of sleeping pills and large bones. The investigation. How goes your investigation? To tell you the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects. It couldn't have been Powers. Powers wasn't in that area. You strengthen me for the trials, Angela. Your presence makes me stronger. And your occasional hints help as well. Don't give me hints unless I ask for them, though, because I want to try to figure it out for myself. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Powers anymore. I feel kinda... Angel, I made that same joke in the title of the last video. I feel kinda bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. How is Edgeworth doing, anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room, and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Wow. Talk about burns, pal. How's my audio sounding, guys? Is it good? Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing cups. Cups? Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Okay, thank you, Krista. Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jackhammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yup. It sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Sleeping pill bottle added into the court record. Found on the table in the employee area. Bears Jackhammer's fingerprints. Sleeping pill bottle. Alright. Let's go into this waiting room. Because I want to see if Salmonella's still here. October 19th, Global Studios dressing room. Empty dressing rooms like this are kind of lonely, aren't they? I'm sure Mr. Powers will be back soon. He'll be fine. Yeah! Alrighty. Let's examine. We gotta re-examine everything, folks. They must have given these to the employees. It's completely empty. I can feel Maya's eyes burning into the back of my neck because we didn't let her eat the expired food. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Well, we can be pretty sure WP did take a nap here like he said. I'm not sure being drugged counts as taking a nap. Yes, Angel? Kneale is my name. Things are starting to get interesting. They are getting interesting, Kristen. Looks like blah, 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 blah. You think there's something wrong in this room? You're giving me cryptic hints. I'ma check everything, don't you worry. There's some regular suits and some costumes and his own clothes. Check the bag. Mr. Power's bag. I hope WP can come pick it up himself. Soon. I'll look at the wig in the mirror. Yeah, Jack totally put pills in Power's food. We figured that out. Wow, you remembered, Nick. Thanks to you. We already talked to Mr. Gumshoe. Always looking at my hairdo in the mirror. Not quite as spiky as usual, I see. Alright, let's go into the other room. We did already look at these plates, but just to be safe, let's look again. Don't give me hints, Angel. I want to try to do this on my own. She's 17! Kristen! She's 17! The remains of the employees' lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone steak minus the steak. Alright, you do have a point though, Kristen. We should go back there. But you gotta be easy on the hints. I like the hints because they help me, but only give them if I ask for them, please. Alright, let's go ahead and go check out the studio. Yep. Examine. This is where Salmonella and Vasquez ate. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate the T-bone steak too. Something wrong? I don't know, I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know? Can't say that I do. Alright, let's bring it up to Vasquez. Present. She's not even looking. Oh, I apologize. I wasn't trying to hurt feelings. You're helping, I promise. Okay, hey, you, look. Why are you showing that to me, Nick? Okay, let's examine this area. Whoops. An incinerator apparently just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. Or they burned something recently. Dun dun dun. Sleeping pill bottle. You presented the food. I did present the food. I guess I should present the food bottle. The bottle. Yep, she didn't look. Why are you showing me, Nick? Yeah, she's not looking at the pills. I presented both. I did. You want to give a hint? Go ahead, Angel. Damn it. Maybe it's not the right time to present this. Let's see if I can get her to talk. No? Huh. The samurai spear? Okay. I'll give it a shot. Yep, nope. You're okay, Angel. I'll go, I don't think now is the right time. I think we had to do other stuff first. Let's go... We gotta find Salmonella. He wasn't... Well, maybe now he's in here. Let's go into the trailer. Nope. Okay. Photo of Jack. Do we even have that? We don't have the photo of Jack. Yep, I just gotta keep moving. We clearly don't have something yet. We'll get it. So let's go to the main gate. If I had the photo of Jack, maybe I could prove to Wendy that he's a bad dude. Let's go to the detention center. Oh, I know. We have to tell him he was drugged. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Okay, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick. You must have really wowed him in there. Could you wipe that grin off your face? Yeah, he looks like the love child of Wolverine and Axel. Or at least Axel's dad. Let's make it count. Yes. Though, that's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Let's bring up that he was drugged. Oh yeah, okay, there we go. Excuse me. Thank you for showing me that, whatever it is. I wish I could think of some way to help you. Sorry. Alright. Yeah, okay. Let's just talk to him. A little bit of Blanca, I guess. Producer Vasquez. Could you tell us more about your deep-voiced employer, Mr. Vasquez, Mrs. Vasquez? Oh, the producer. She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on the board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Yeah, no, you should probably tell us that. I guess we'll finish and then we'll come back to that. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. Are you saying I sound like J.K. Simmons? Angel just said that my voice for Will sounds like Stanford Pines, Stan's brother from Gravity Falls. But he's voiced by J.K. Simmons. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high, and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Phoenix, okay? I'm gonna need you to lay off the fat jokes. I am a husky fella myself. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? but then he just dropped off the face of the earth.
Oh. Yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I was started in this business. But he just stopped taking big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions like Global.
How could he do that? Dude, people do stuff like that all the time. Okay. I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer.
He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, it was right about the time when Miss Vasquez came to Global.
See, this is what we needed. 5 years ago. No, he has to, like, tell us stuff about Miss Vasquez. Okay, well now we have to go find something else. The next piece of the puzzle. Surely there's nothing much. Let's ask her about ideas. Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? Can't say what's going on here when Mia is here. I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So, no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go to WP. Will Powers, right. Okay, so we were supposed to go to Will Powers first, but I did it out of order. That's okay, though, because now, whatever he gave us in dialogue should be an option. Let's go back to the employees area. Good, Gumshoe's still here. No, we should probably go talk to Old Bag about Vasquez again. Producer Vasquez. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well. Oh, tell Wendy. I told Wendy. Oh, we need to tell Wendy. Okay. It's okay, thank you for the hint. Miss Oldbag, what do you think of this? Think? I'm not in the mood for thinking. Thank you very much. Miss Oldbag, what do you think of this? Yeah, no, not much to tell Wendy. Let's try talking again. Nope. Sorry, Angel, it's not giving me the option. I'm gonna go back to trying to find Salmonella. Let's check the employee area. Dressing room. Oh, see? There we go. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up this dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent! Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But... this week is the last episode of Steel Samurai. What? No! Mr. Hammer. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Hi, Cass. Welcome back. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai's costume, too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true. There we go. The rumor? Oh, there's that sweet, sweet music that tells us we're in the deep shit now, boys. Yeah. Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt. You know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. The film set? Was that the trailer? The last episode. What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai episode? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. It's just going to make kids shows. It's just not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Studio policy. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. Maya, it is a TV show. There are plenty. I think what Kristen meant is the general voice that everybody uses for Alpheus. Like how everybody does the same voice for Papyrus and Sans. If the program... And yeah, it does kind of sound like Alpheus, Kristen. You're not wrong. If the program just ends, they'll be so heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Take that! What's this? This is why you can't stop the Steel Samurai. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Neither do I, Nick. Funny that. I don't either. Oops, let's try again. I think this evidence rather than words. Oh wait, I know, we have to do the scrapbook. And this is? A fan collected all of these photographs. It is Phoenix Wright, but the voice was similar to Alpheus. I am Phoenix Wright, though. Ace Attorney. A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. There we go. Bye, Angel. Thanks for joining the show. Could you tell us about what happened 5 years ago?
Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault.
Someone died? Thank you. I love having you in the chat, too.
It was an accident, of course. Anyways, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Hammer. And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything for Miss Vasquez. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see.
You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldback. She was here at the studio back then. Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Alright, now we can go talk to Miss Oldback. And all that stuff we tried to use the evidence for should probably slowly be used. Let's go talk to Oldbag. What are you still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made the global studio what it is today? Hammer! All due to Hammer! She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. 5 years ago. I wanted to ask you something about 5 years ago. Motherfucker! Who told you? Who did you hear it from? Nicholas! Nichols? Nichols. Nick. Penny Nichols. The assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Motherfuckers! Dredging up dirt on someone past like that! And the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is funny? No, I'm just protect Mr. Hammers. And you claim that Hammer stole Power's suit? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some proof? Proof that Hammer stole the costume? I have proof. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Power's costume. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes. So? This is the plate that he used to eat the steak. There are traces of simple pill powder. Simple, Neil, sleeping pill powder on the plate. I bet Powers put himself to sleep. Even a lightweight like me must have trouble sleeping sometimes. Like him. Except I have proof that Mr. Hammers put the pills in. This bottle contains sleeping pills. Mr. Hammer's fingerprints were found on the bottle. Motherfucker! I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul.
Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag, you're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with. Here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand. Poor old Hammer never meant to harm anyone.
So essentially, Kristen, instead of saying whippersnapper, or whenever she's quiet, I'll say motherfucker.
No, don't hate your life, Angel. You're so cool. Is it because your phone won't charge? Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag.
Go to the bathroom, Angel. It's fine.
Here. Take this, motherfucker.
A photograph? Why was he holding a tennis racket? Why does he have a tennis racket? I mean, I know there's a dead body there, but why does he have a tennis racket? Wait a second. This is the picture. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight a bad guy on top of the stairs there with a tennis racket. He pushed the actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence.
Oh my god. Death by fence.
But how did you get this?
Death fence.
It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand. 5-year-old photo added to the court record. Well, only one place to go to now. Studio 2. Present. All right, here we go. She's not even looking.
Where?
What?
Where did you get that?
Well...
Old bag.
Old? She means the security lady.
Miss Oldbag, Nick.
Jeez, Phoenix, you're so fucking dumb.
Right. Anyway.
Miss Vasquez? You hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Hammer.
The wind.
Huh?
It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer.
Nick? She went inside the trailer. We should not follow her, but I think the game wants me to.
You came. Well then,
What was that you were talking about?
Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez? You were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows. For petty change. Hell.
So I'm the blackmailer now.
Well, that's what it is, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Hammer down from his rightful place as a star.
Oh? You haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord.
But
You were... Yes, she sounds like evil Stanley.
you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident.
Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident. Accident. How are you so sure?
What do you mean?
Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? Excelsior!
No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose?
That's what I mean.
Where's your proof? Can you prove it?
Oh. Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me.
But the security lady said it was an accident.
Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too.
So that's why she had the photo.
She's an old fool. A foolish fool. I'm foreshadowing the next game. Of course, all the reporters would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you had. Hold.
The music just stopped. We're fucked.
Give it to me. Now.
What? This is valuable, boys!
Oh, fuck. Dumbhead, meathead, mafia people. Who are you?
Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased?
What?
The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. 'Cause you'll be sleeping with the fishes. Capiche?
Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt. No? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all?
I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to talk about it. Where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase him.
No!
Hold it right there! I heard everything, pal! D. Vasquez! You're coming down to the precinct with me, now! Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow. Then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry, I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing.
Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared.
Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job.
Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, it's just... I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon.
Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this.
And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez.
All right, time to go to court. Save your progress? Yup, we are going to go ahead and do the trial. Oh, shit. I ran out of save spaces. All right. Goodbye, Turnabout Sisters. Yes. All right. I am into this. It's time for the trial. October 20th, 10 a.m. District Courtroom, number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Will Powers. Hold on, my phone just fucked up. I know. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Just before we continue, the defense is gonna take a drink, Your Honor, because he just did a lot of the voices that hurt his throat. Alright. Alright. Let's fucking arrest some people, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with the new theory for this case. Hey, Angel. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. I will if I need it, hon. Don't worry. Today, I will call upon people present in Studio 2 trailer. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Alright, Kristen, Angel, and even Cass, let's do this shit. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Edgeworth on an edge? You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is the producer who was present in the studio trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I'm a producer for the Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter.
If you must pontificate.
Pontificate? I've never heard that word.
If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here.
Yes, she is smoking in court. That's why I gave her such a deep voice. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please, give the court your opening testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, she did it. Make her pay.
Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down. I don't think she's actually wearing pants, Phoenix. She's wearing like a dress thing. The day of the murder.
I entered the trailer. Oh, a little before noon.
Objection, Your Honor! No one's allowed to smoke in court. Well, Kristen, there was a boy in this courtroom with a samurai sword. There was a boy with a katana in this courtroom. Obviously, they got different rules.
I entered the trailer, oh, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12, sharp, and it ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Mr. Hammer's body when we all went to the Studio 1. That's all. I'm the creator of Spider-Man.
I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you.
The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that.
Van added to the studio courtroom.
I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it.
It's the final countdown. The day of the murder. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in the employee area?
No.
Are you always this tierce?
Yes.
Oh dear.
The meeting began at 12, sharp, and it ended at 4.
There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Alright, let's press this. And when exactly was that?
I've forgotten.
Maybe you could try remembering?
No.
The meeting ended at 4. The rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. I was fatigued,
So I had Sal take me.
2:30, then we had a 15-minute. Okay. Let's look at our evidence. The time of death at 2:30 appears blah blah blah.
I think this may be part of it. Objection! The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I can't see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I will have to penalize— No! They were at the area where the murder happened at the time— Ah, fuck you. Alright, let's figure this out. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks in front of the trailer. Do you have someone who could verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proved she didn't eat that steak— Well, Nick, find anything? I kinda wish she'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in that. Okay. Oh, wait, no. Didn't mean to press that. By yourself? Yes. Yo, yes. Alright. I mean, it's not a great judge, because I feel like that was actual evidence, but it's okay, we'll figure it out. I entered the studio a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 and ended at 4 p.m. What was the meeting about? Not yet, Angel. I'll tell you if I do. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please, stop banging on your little desk. It hurt my ears. What? Alright. I need to prove she didn't eat her steak. Well, we have one thing pertaining to T-bone steak here, but I don't want to get penalized again. Alright, we'll go for it. Ha! As I thought. Okay, I was good. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This is a plate. Plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you that it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet, there are no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Ah! Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave a bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone too. You ate a boneless steak. You didn't have the steak. You didn't have any steak during that break. Controller is dying again. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like the incinerator. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Meeting the Steel Samurai, picking on Salmonella.
She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order. Are you saying...
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak. She ran into the Steel Samurai. What sounded like JonTron? Okay. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright. Isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it. Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be boring, as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. I gotta get my phone plugged in too, or it's gonna die, and then I can't monitor the stream. Hold on, everybody. I must move phone. It's at 5%. Damn. I've been streaming a lot today. Okay. There we go. All is good. I'll probably be checking the chat a little less. Sorry. Let's see. What was that murder weapon? Again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. I really like that I could say that line in this voice. I'm on the edge too, Kristen. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? I think you could. I don't know. You couldn't, could you? I think that you would have a great deal of difficulty wielding such a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. What? Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. It was the fence of death! The death fence! What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. I think it's the photo. Take that! Take that! Oh no. No, it was the spear. Fuck. 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 Fine. It's the spear. Take that! Take that! I present my proof. The so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence! I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard.
Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear wasn't the murder weapon, then I pray for you to tell me what was. How was Hammer killed?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? I can tell you. Because it was the defense. Would I make such a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well. Let's see this murder weapon then. It was the fence. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing on the top of the stairs. Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate incident at Global Studios. How's everybody doing in the chat? Y'all good? Y'all excited? Because I'm excited. This is the photo of that very incident. Not a word of this was leaked out to the studio. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with this current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again. Oh shit. Oh shit. Mr. Wright. Continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside Studio 2 training. Then, she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs, onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though, whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. Oh, shit! In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died the same way he caused another man to die. The same way he caused another man to die. I gotta work on my Edgeworth voice. It's sort of like this. There we go. I've gotten it back. 5 years ago. Precisely, Mr. Edgeworth. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, shit! Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my writing staff. I'm trying to look at the chat. Edgeworth is kind of British. I like to have him sound like this. Sort of refined and somewhat British, but not really British. Just sort of proper, slightly snooty. You deny that that's what I say is true? Mr. Wright. Let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer, as you say.
And yet the body was found at Studio One, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio One and returned it to the trailer? All in the space of 15 minutes? How could I have disposed of the body?
They couldn't have put him in the incinerator. We found the body. The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death and then carried to Studio One and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could you have dealt with the body? How could she have dealt with the body? I bet she could move it. She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body other than with her own hands? For instance. Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed within 15 minutes. There was a way for her to carry that body.
Oh shit! Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Okay. Mr. Wright, please present us how she carried the body. The van. Sorry guys, it's awkward for me to look at the chat right now. Hold on. English, motherfucker, do you speak? I speak it, Kristen. I speak it. Mr. Vasquez, you carried the body to the Mrs. Vasquez. You carried the body to Studio One. And you used the studio van to do it! Oh shit! Recall your testimony. My mic is tickling my chest. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio One. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van, right? And I had Sal drive me. You said you used the van to carry the body to Studio One. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the evil magistrate costume.
Oh shit!
Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course he was. Of course Sal Manella has to be an accomplice. The body had to be placed in the van and to put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could do that all alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in the small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue?
No. No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. Humph. I lose. You win. It was fun.
I win? And the court goes silent. So what happens next?
What?
What do you mean, question mark? Don't you have anything to say?
What would you like me to say?
She has a plan, Kristen. She has a plan. I lost? Something like that?
I just said that.
Wait, so you mean... D. Vasquez, so it was you! You killed Jack Hammer! Oh. And the court goes silent!
Who can say?
Huh?
Are you sure I did it, Mr. Wright?
We just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of the battle? You proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right.
But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright.
What? What? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course. It is as the witness says. Certainly. It does seem very likely she did it. But, there is no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure.
Well, I came here as a witness today. If you have no more questions, I'll be leaving.
What do I do now? You did it, Vasquez. Testify again, Vasquez. Testify again. I'd like you to testify again. Testify? Again? Now,
know when to give up, Mr. Wright.
She is toying with everyone, but she has a point. She could confess, and if there's no proof, we can't properly arrest her.
Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said.
Now I'm doing Gilbert Godfrey.
I've already said all there is to say. What would it happen if I said it again? You'd ask me the same questions. Get the same answers. A waste of time.
Damn.
Damn!
To come so far, only to fail. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of witness Miss Vasquez.
Objection! Edgy, my boy!
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. Edgeworth, I retract. God damn it, Edgeworth. God damn it, Edgeworth! You were my shining knight, Miles! You were supposed to save me! God damn you! God damn you. I have no words. No words. I see. Very well.
Objection!
Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again.
Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see what we have. That we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
He does have a bit of a crush on me. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Mr. Vasquez repeat himself.
What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes. Indeed. Verily, I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Nick, why did Edgeworth do that?
Who knows?
He probably realized she did it too.
But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all, Edgeworth.
Sorry, I'm loud. After finding the body.
I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to my trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home.
I see no issue raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick. We're close. We're real close. So close that I should probably drink more water before I die.
The water has been drunk. I probably won't die.
She may be acting tough now. But if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Right.
I am drinking actual water, Cass. For those of you who don't know, I find water to be truly disgusting. I think it tastes terrible. So I avoided drinking it most of my life. And then I realized I'd probably die if I don't start drinking it. So yes, I'm drinking water.
After finding the body.
Okay. Let's look through all our evidence, because we need to get her on something.
Blocked path, there's a monkey.
I was with Sal and Oldbag. Let's press. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal.
So I'd say it was then.
When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio?
About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind ya.
Pressed harder. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio?
They weren't there yet.
Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help.
Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen better to what people are saying, boy.
Boy? The witness will continue her testimony.
The associate was there, too. Only Powers was absent.
The assistant.
I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Old Bag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he did it. Old Bag, the security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him go into the studio. Right. The Steel Samurai. Press harder. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of justice when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. I asked to be let out of the proceedings. You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned. And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. You seemed pretty into the game of wits a minute ago. But you can't decide who the police will and won't question. Kristen, do you have a theory? Do you want to suggest something? I don't want hints, but if you want to suggest what you think is going on, that's fine. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you, or covered it up. There must have been a lot riding on it, with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. Don't worry, Kristen. I'm not tired at all. I went back to my trailer to get my script and direction notes. Alright. I was with Shroud. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember. Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm. You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Sigh. Press harder. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body, and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this. Well, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his Steel Samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. I disagree. That man looks like what would happen if Axel from Kingdom Hearts and Wolverine fucked. He is the love child, as Kristen so elegantly put it. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez. You may continue. I
I think I have to press everything. I immediately called the police and then power showed up. What was everyone else doing at the time? No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. So we stood there until powers finally arrived at the scene. Sorry. Sorry I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. And the crowd goes silent. Silence.
Hey Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up.
Security lady, old bag. She's definitely pushing my buttons too. Went back to the trailer to get my script. I'm gonna press everything. The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Press harder. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script notes with you? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess. Very well. Ms. Vasquez, please continue.
Objection!
Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Ms. Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to known that about the murder before she got to the studio. Order. Order! Mr. Edgeworth, what you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to a defense? I appreciate your concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. I'm now Miss Vasquez. Do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. The prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. The judge does move his mouth a little like Pac-Man. Very well. The witness will change her testimony to reflect this new statement. Waka 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 waka. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. Did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal! He told me. Sal the director? You have to find something to peg this on her. Or everything we've done, it will be wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. I was with Sal and Old Bag. Okay. That new piece of evidence, that new thing is what we needed. Now we just need to find the right evidence. I knew Hammer was injured. Alright. Present. He's dragging one leg. Murder weapon. A new digital camera. Yeah, Maya trusts the shit out of us, dude. Maya's our girl. Not in that way. She's 17. I might be wrong about this. Yep. I thought maybe the monkey head would have prevented Sal from getting back to her. It's got to be something here. I don't want another penalty. Alright, I gotta be careful. I don't want this to be my first bad case. Nope, we're not gonna lose this case. Okay, Manella used this van to drive Vasquez to Studio One after the meeting in the trailer. Okay, what I think we have to do is look... Oh, whoops. Okay. What I think we need to look at is the times. Does she mention a time? Went back to my trailer to get the script. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't have done any action scenes. Oh, whoops. I keep pressing the wrong one. Okay. Okay. The assistant was there too. Mr. Powers will take a minute. So he says. Okay. Yep, we already pressed here. No, back off. Alright. Police showed up, the security lady old bag. Let's see if there's anything I haven't pressed. There isn't. Alright, here we go. We're just gonna have to start trying to present... Ah, fuck, I clicked the wrong thing! Not yet. I'll wait until we only have one chance left. Oh, I think... Wait. Maybe the spear? Alright. Let's figure this out. Block path. I already tried that. I'm thinking maybe the guide map? Murder weapon. Alright, let's try it. Nope. Alright, we got two more, then I'll take the hint. Okay, let's go over to So He Claims. Now, we gotta figure it out with this new thing. Hammer was injured, and this couldn't do any action. Fuck, Kneale! I'm so nervous! I can do this. I can do this. God damn it! I hate that I gotta keep going this way. Alright. Here goes nothing. shows the incident in the morning. Alright. There we go! You knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it's the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? She said Hammer was injured. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Will Powers. Pretending? I mean, pretending? One person was injured in the run-through. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez, you saw Hammer limping, or you heard Manella wrong? You saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes.
Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured?
Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. And when he was doing this, well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Order. I will have order. Witness. Can you refute this claim?
Shit! Fucking shit!
Yeah, let's see her sneak out of this one. Very well.
I have a question for you.
Why are the real killers always so persistent?
Why in the world would I want Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Of course I can prove it. Of course. I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence to Miss Vasquez's murder motive in this murder. I don't think it's this. Well, let's try it. It has to be. Go ahead and sleep, Kristen. We're just about done. This is proof. My proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez?
Oh, shit! Aw, shit!
5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. Miss D. Vasquez helped him. With Miss D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed on him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you. Your petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. My phone just died, so I can't see any of the comments right now. I'm plugging it in. Hopefully it will be charged before we head to end the episode. This charger is so dumb. This charger. There we go. Alright. One moment, Mr. Wright. Are you talking about the motives here? Yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have?
Yes, right. Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy.
Mr. Wright, please help explain Miss Vasquez's motive. Reveal evidence? She had no motive. She had no motive, Your Honor.
What's that now?
It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's this now? Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? 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 Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Mr. Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. I love it when a good mystery gets solved. So you did... I was reading Vasquez. So you did it, didn't you?
Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Miss Vasquez.
Oh, wait. Whose dialogue is this? Oh, is this Hammer's? Miss Vasquez!
What happened here?
Manuel fell from the stairs.
the trail of stairs.
Manuel! Manuel!
Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm.
No! No! How could this?
It was an accident.
Mr. Hammer...
What? Who all is in the scene? Mr. Hammer was doing an actions. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene.
No! Manuel! Manuel! Don't touch him! Don't touch him!
Miss Vasquez!
No!
No.
Please. Please. Please don't die. Please. Manuel. I always loved you. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again.
Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez? In the waiting room lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever.
I see.
Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, I suppose you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. Woo, yeah, woo, yeah, woo. That is all. This court is adjourned. October 20th, 1:12 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Yeah, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for murder? It makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright? Huh? Tell me why. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
Let's show some evidence. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... because you were the Steel Samurai.
Because I was the Steel Samurai?
Mr. Hammer was a big star once. But he was reduced to acting in a kid's show, and as a villain to boot. Why the fuck is everybody so anti-villain? I'll say it again, playing a villain is super fun. Look at Heath Ledger. Look at Loki. There are some amazing roles where people are played the villain. It's incredibly fun. The kids loved the Steel Samurai. And so, he hated you.
I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime.
I think you're missing the point.
Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over.
So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP.
Oh, hey! Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back to the sweaty costume and... Why are you looking at me like I just got fired? Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Nick? Edgeworth!
Jesus, Edgy. Say something, Wright. It's not good. I'm not good at small talk. What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you haven't stepped in.
Well, pleased to meet you. I'm Powers.
Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. See? There's nothing wrong with adults liking programs for children, especially Power Rangers. Liar. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years.
Meet again?
However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Sexual feelings. Deep, coursing sexual feelings, Mr. Wright. Unnecessary feelings that I might share? Yes, unease, uncertainty, love. Aren't those kind of necessary? It's okay, Angel. We made it work. You did help. You gave me hints. You did. You helped. They only serve to get in my way. He has confessed his love. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you.
Are you guys gonna make out or something? Was that guy your friend or your boyfriend?
What? Friends? As if. They're rivals, right, Nick? Rivals.
For now we are, I guess.
Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth?
We love each other. And so, the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kid shows again. Pink Princess!
Nick! This is it. The new show starts today. You're going to watch it with me, right?
I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it.
You have to buy the trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and the assistant.
Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? Wait, he's the girl?
I wonder if they'll show his real face this time.
I would hope not. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Towers.
Pink Princess!
The end. And with that, ends another case. A brand new episode has been added. Do I want to save my progress? Yep. And with that, everybody, I think it's time to call it a night. Thank you for being in my jury. We completed the Steel Samurai, and here tomorrow or in the next few days, we're going to do the next one, which I didn't actually read the title of. I guess maybe I could do it tonight. I'll think about it, but consider it a strong probably not. We did a lot today. Well, with that, thank you for being in the jury. Have a great day. And remember, a lawyer and a prosecutor can find love. In fact, they can make love in the middle of a courtroom. Good night, everybody.